Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Today, it's gonna be a wet one. The skies are gray. Rain is falling. It's about 46 degrees. Hopefully right now it isn't raining right now, but hopefully this break in the weather can stay open for a little bit as to where I can load up this equipment that I'm about to load. I'm not 100% sure what it is. All I know is either like a little welder, a little air compressor, a little generator, one of those three things. They're just slap it on the trailer, strap and go, and it should be pretty simple. I don't think it's that heavy. I don't think it's nothing like crazy or major. I think it's just something more or less small compared to small and not, kind of relatively light-ish. So yeah, let's make it to this pickup point, load up, and get out of here. Okay, so we're on site. I think this is like an ultra boom yard. They have the long necked boom lifts, and I'm picking up a compressor. So we'll see how we get this thing loaded, strap it down, and then head down to Corpus. Right now, there was a little bit of a rainstorm that came down. It just broke, so it just stopped right now, but it's still dark. It's still windy, so hopefully I just get smacked by a little bit of wind and no rain. So let's see how long it takes to get loaded and strapped. Let me get these chains and probably one strap out, and let's get going. Of the equipment, big air compressor, got some load checks on it. Alright, so we're lucky enough to be able to load the air compressor and strap it down and do all that good stuff before the rain came. I like it. That's awesome. Stage ride, not cold, and now we're hauling. This is gonna be like maybe a three and a half hour trip, more or less. And I know eventually I'm gonna have to stop and reset all the chains, because eventually since this is like on its own, I guess, trailer, it has its own suspension, and with the suspension sometimes it rocks up and down, and it doesn't knock the chains loose. It well, it loosens them, but just slightly. You know, nothing crazy, nothing as to where you know, immediately have to pull over, like you snap the chain or something like that. It's just enough as to where, you know, eventually you would just get out, re-ratchet them a little bit more tighter, and they should be good. It's just, well, to me, it's just whenever I'm hauling like stuff's on trailers like this that have a little bit of weight to them, they tend to bounce a little bit, and I guess knock the chains out of their little area, you know, wherever they're sitting. Not the ratchet, but like the actual where the chain is sitting. Like you'll move it a little bit, and then it has to get like retention, but it's not too bad. Nothing too crazy. I also put 2x4 or 4x4s on along the front and along the back set of the tires, and strapped them down as kind of like wheel chucks, because it's better to be safer than not, you know, especially with like when it's like a little small trailer, like a little small generator or a little small welder, where it's just like you can put one chain or like two chains and then just tie it down and you know it won't move anywhere. Like that's fine, that's not that much weight, but this has a little bit of heft to it, a little bit of weight to it. So that's why I rather put the wheel chucks on the front and the back, just as an extra precaution, you know. It doesn't hurt to be a little bit extra safe than sorry. So now they focus on the road because it's starting to rain, so. Alright, so I'm currently at a Buc-ee's right now. I'm fueling up. I was down about a quarter, so just topping off the tank, nothing too crazy. And, well, actually nothing too serious about the fuel, but this pump right here, I tried to do it on the side I'm at, but for some reason it wouldn't read my card. Maybe the card reader was wet. So then I went to the other pump and it read my card easily. So it's just a little tip or something, just in case the card reader isn't working. Just hop over to the other side, try it out, and if it works, it works. Pull up a little bit and fuel up your truck. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now that we've fueled up with the pump from the other side, chains are checked, straps are checked. One of the straps came a little bit loose from one of the dunnages that I use on either side of the, as resting points for the tires. One of them came loose, so went back, tightened that. We're all good. Checked the chains, we're all good with that. So now let's continue forward and get this thing offloaded. One thing that I noticed, or that I had to do with White Dove, since I am riding in White Dove, is when I put up the magnets with the DOT numbers on the sides, the magnets, they were a little bit bent because of how they were placed in the back seat. So I was running with them, right, just a little bit bent, and they started to get a little bit of air in them. But this was before I had the trailer. This was early in the morning. So I looked in my mirrors, and I saw that they were like starting to bubble up and almost fall off. So I had to pull over while I was putting fuel, and just put blue tape on them, blue painter's tape on them, to make sure they stayed flat and they didn't catch wind coming towards them. So they're both fine now. Eventually probably I'll take off the tape, maybe when I'm done with the run, maybe when I'm in Corpus Christi, but we'll see what happens. But for right now, it's a little bit of an idea in case your magnets are a little bit crunched up or folded or are in danger of falling. Just put a little bit of blue painter's tape around it, or at least that's what I do, and should be fine. So yeah, now rolling forward. Good 158 miles to get to Corpus. Let's get a move on. Alright guys, so that'll probably be the end of this video. Came into town, loaded an air compressor. They reversed it on with a forklift with a pintle hitch attached to the front of it, up the ramps. Secured it down, drove it down here to Corpus. They used that forklift to kind of like use it as a crane to take the thing off. So I guess each place has their own preferences on how to offloading, unloading equipment, but whatever. At least as long as it got here safe and sound and it got dropped off, that's all that matters. Now I'm at a fuel stop right here. There's a fuel right here, Dairy Queen's right there. So I'll probably end up going there, getting some lunch, and then seeing what the day has in store. So yeah, that'll probably be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Like always, like, comment, subscribe. We're almost close to 1,000 subscribers, which is really crazy and awesome. So I really appreciate it. And everybody take care. See you on the next one.